it's a really interesting, the genesis of the project is really interesting because the people that live right along McLean Drive here have actually wanted a mural on this wall for ages and ages, many, many years. What we're doing is we're getting a coat of primer on the wall, and so we're laying down a flat primer over a wall that's just been power washed. So we've got a power wash cleaned, and we're getting a primer on it.
I just live across the street, and at the last couple of yearly block parties that my husband and I coordinated, we started talking with neighbors about this awful wall, this ugly, dirty gray wall, and just about what we could do about it. And we started working with a coordinator at Britannia Community Center. We were able to get Richard Tetro on board, interested in helping us facilitate the whole design and facilitation of it. And so that's what I'm doing here. I'm going to be here almost every day that Richard's here.
What we've got is kind of like an animated sequence of crows in flight, and so the main theme is going to be about flight, and there's going to be a kind of some elements of metamorphosis and transition in it, but primarily it's going to be this dynamic of crows flying across the length of the wall.
Well, Richard invited me to join him with his crew and as an artist and collaborator, and I enjoy working with him. He's a great muralist and he's a great master, so I'm planning to contribute and learn from the great masters.
Printed them, and then he took slides, really old technology. He took slides and he blew them up on the wall, and we started cutting on stencils a couple weeks later. So we have some really beautiful, enormous stencils that we
started doing the edges down, and that's the end of the other wall. So I plan to cover the wall. I'm determined to cover the wall today, at least that bottom part.
I'm keeping an eye on my daughter, see if she's happy, because she's been painting a lot this morning too. And then I've been just taking up the roller and painting the tops, painting the bottoms, taking up the brush and painting edges, and we're just priming today.
Got areas down below, as you can see, that is really perfect for youth, and so some of the lower sections is going to be more like an underground cross-section of seeds and plant forms and pods and that kind of a thing, so there'll be a good opportunity for younger people to get involved in it, and then the upper section will be done by the elders. So. The idea being that we want to show it kind of almost like a cross-section of the earth and cross-section of flight pattern that emulates the crow migration into the city and back every day. So that's kind of the premise of it, and at the same time it's a bike route, and so we thought that it was important that we have something that's quite kinetic and has a sense of movement and transition and kind of quite uplifting. So I think it's going to be a very interesting fusion of all these different stylizations that will be treated fairly graphically. About it.
W2 TV.